Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be showing you how to get this Halloween makeup look. It is a Dia de los Muertos look, but it has a sexy twist. As you can see, one side is practically without any Halloween makeup, except for a little part of stitches from my lips. But yeah, rest looks like this. It is Dia de los Muertos inspired. It is Halloween themed. And it still looks really cute and gorgeous. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. So if you want to see how I created this look, just keep on watching. So I'm starting out with the Estée Lauder Day Wear Advanced Multi-Protection Antioxidant Cream, and this is just my moisturizer that I like to use in the colder months because then my skin is very dehydrated. And I'm just applying it all over my face. So I just washed my hair and I put it up in a t-shirt so that it doesn't really get into my face, so I can work on my makeup properly. This makeup look is basically a very natural makeup look on the one side, and on the other side it's very Dia de los Muertos. So I'm using the Perfection Lumiere Velvet Foundation by Chanel, and I'm just shaking it up. And then I'm applying it on my face with a damp beauty blender. I'm just dabbing it onto my face. I'm taking my beauty blender and Max Fix Plus, and I'm just spraying it all over. Ugh. Try to not get it into your mouth because it's gross. Okay, and then I'm just blending it away with a stippling motion. And you really want to make sure that you blend it all the way into your skin so that it doesn't look cakey at all, because you want it to be a very perfect makeup look. So I'm just pressing it into my skin real good. Now that I've done my foundation, I'm just gonna use some concealer, and I'm using the Maybelline Dream Lumi concealer under my eye, and I'm using my beauty blender for this, because this gives you a very natural finish. Now I'm just gonna cover the redness around my nose with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Now I'm gonna use a Camouflage. This is by Catrice Cosmetics, and I'm just using a really pointy brush. Get some of the product on here and cover all of my spots and areas that need some concealing. And you'll notice that I put the Camouflage on with the brush, with the pointy end of the brush, but then I'm just blending it away with my finger, because the warmth of my finger is going to help really blend it in, because the Camouflage is really heavy coverage and it's really thick in consistency. So now I'm going to go in with some bronzing powder. This works as my contouring powder, and I'm just using a kabuki brush. This is, what is it? Oh, it's a Sephora one. And I'm using Essence Sun Club in Blonde's Lighter Skin. It doesn't have any orange in it really, and it's a matte bronzer, which you'll find rarely actually. And all the way up to my temples. What I'm gonna do is use some blush, and I'm using MAC's Harmony. This is a matte powder blush, and it has a really cool tone to it, which I really like. Just dipping my brush in, and I'm putting this onto my cheekbones and slightly under. And I'm using this on both sides of my face. So now onto the fun part of this makeup tutorial. I'm using Soft Ochre by MAC. And I'm just putting this on with a Zoeva fluffy concealer brush. I'm putting this all over my lid, all the way up to the brows, in my inner corner, and also under my eye. So I'm just dipping it into the eyeshadow. You don't want to create any fallout, so tap it off real good and pat it on to your lid. I'm pretty sure last year when I did this makeup look, I just used my fingers, so you could also use them. And this can be really messy because we're gonna clean it up afterwards, so don't worry if it's messy and uneven and not blended real well, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so right now this just looks like a black eye and it's really weird. So you just want to follow your natural face shape. Now that we've kind of rounded up our eye, we're gonna get some more shape in it, and I want to have it slightly pointy. So I'm just drawing that in, and then I'm filling it out. You could fill it out with your eyeliner or your eyeshadow, it doesn't really matter. But since I've already got that one in my hand, I'm just gonna do that. And then you also want to fill in your brows. And that is best with a eyeliner because then it will get under your brows and to your skin. You know what I mean? Okay, so again with my brush and the extra dimension shadow, I'm just picking up some color and painting away. If you do have some kind of face paint, then by all means just use it. I just don't have it, so I can't really use it. And I didn't want to buy it. Because why buy all of that stuff if you have black eyeshadow, right? You really want to get under your eyebrows because that's where people are gonna be able to see that you didn't really cover them up. Because of course you could use a silicone or a glue, like their face glues, where you could put it onto your eyebrows so that you're not gonna be able to see them anymore. But I don't know, I don't want to bother with that, so I'm just gonna paint over it. We're gonna paint that all around our black eye. And you could use a black liner like I did, or a liquid liner, or even a gel liner. And they don't have to be the same size. As you can see, mine aren't. Doesn't really matter. Okay. And then you can just kind of fill it in and make it a little bit darker. And then just put 2 dots into each of those squares. And for that I'm just going to be using a liquid liner. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. As you can see, my waterline is really flesh looking still, so I'm just gonna draw it in and make it black. Now the next thing is our nose. Just draw 2 points here and there. Can you see that? Does the camera pick it up? I don't know. And these are gonna be your pointers. Okay, now you're just gonna fill your nose in with some black eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using some concealer to color my lips with. Okay, so I've just cleaned my lips and now I'm gonna cover the outer parts of my lips with some concealer. Just very lightly. I don't want it to look super unnatural. Just taking away a bit of the color. And now for the inner part of my lips, I'm using a berry toned lipstick and I'm just pressing it onto the inner parts of my lip. And now I'm going over it with some more of the concealer. I'm also taking a little bit of the eyeliner, the black one. And then I'm just gonna draw a line onto my cheek. And as you can see, I doubled that line. And now I'm filling it in with some eyeshadow. I'm just blending it downwards. And you might want to use a clean brush for that. You also want to draw a line on the other side of your lip. So now that's done, I'm going back into my other eye and I'm using again the paint pot in soft ochre. I'm just using a very light highlighting color and then a dark brown, and I'm just gonna place this in the outer half of my lid. And then I'm just blending it all the way into my crease. And I'm also putting it slightly under my eye. Last thing that I'm gonna be doing is apply some mascara. And I'm just drawing in my eyebrow, not both of them, because one is already black, so I'm just gonna be doing the other one. And I'm using Essence Brow Kit, and I'm gonna be using the lighter color. Just dabbing it onto my brush. And now in small strokes, I'm just filling them in. And this is just so it gives me a more cleaned up, polished look. Okay, so that's it. That's the finished makeup look. So I hope you enjoyed it and have fun at your Halloween party. Bye!